LABI, President, CEO Stephen Waguespack. There's an organizational, he's an organizational consultant, motivational speaker, Simon Sinek. Am I saying it right? And he says the key to any organization, Greg was talking about this yesterday. He said you have to identify your why. In the last segment, right at the end, you perfectly described the Louisiana why. What we have to offer, what's the purpose, what's the goal. Can you help? Can you help Shreveport identify our why? You get around the state, you get a sense of what Northwest Louisiana is, Northeast, south of I-10, etc. The amount of time you spend here, what is Shreveport's why? What are we lacking, and what would we need to get us back on that right economic path?
That's a great question. So Lauren Scott just came out with an economic study for the whole state and broke down each MSA, local economic area.
Yeah.
And what he basically says is the reason why South Louisiana is doing very well right now is because of low natural gas prices, all the industrial boom, et cetera. Up in Shreveport, that low natural gas price has kind of cut down on the shale investment, so it's not necessarily always a win up here when you have low natural gas prices as compared to maybe down in South Louisiana. What I would tell you, just my gut in talking to folks up here, what is the why up here? I think it's probably two things. One, your proximity to the Northeast Texas money, business, industry, et cetera. Part of Lake Charles's benefit is what it's close to South Texas. I think everything, transportation hub, service hub, industry hub. I mean, that is a short pipeline to a lot of money, investment dollars in Dallas. So maximizing that location you have that no other state and area in Louisiana has, that's one thing. The second thing, and this may sound corny, but I absolutely mean it, is the people here. You have a very unique caliber of person, of community, just last night we talked about this at Doty's thing and dealing with the legislators. I mean, I deal with legislators from every delegation, the Bossier especially, but the Shreveport Bossier delegation is uniquely talented in smarts, in heart, in moral values. I mean, there's a unique skill set in the people you have here, and I would maximize that as well. To me, that's the two things. Obviously, you got the port. That's one thing. You've got the casino industry here that's growing. That's one thing. Most of your manufacturing here is more durable goods as compared to more of the other type. Durable goods is great when the economy's roaring. Whenever the national economy contracts, durable goods are the first thing that consumers stop buying, and so you have a little bit of up and down on that. So if you can shift your manufacturing base to less durable good, I guess that would be what I would do next. But I mean, your main focus here is your proximity to Northeast Texas money and investment, and the caliber of people you have, which truly is unique to other parts of the state.
The governor took a trip out to Hollywood and trying to lure the film industries back, meeting with Netflix and Showtime, HBO, all of them. He had a bunch of meetings, apparently. Was that a nice, sweet vacay for him? Or was it, do you think, a productive and could be, a viable meeting that he went out there and will actually bring back film productions?
I mean, time will tell whether it brings back productions. I mean, I can't tell you that until we get a couple of years from now. What I can tell you is that, every incentive program the state has gets a lot of close scrutiny. I'm not sure the movie incentive gets as much scrutiny as it probably deserves. There's a lot of study analysis out there that questions whether for the amount you spend on it, whether you get that much ripple effect back home. Most of the studies say you don't. You pay more for what you get. And so that's a concern. Now, the administration says they got some new study coming out that's going to show, oops, we were wrong. It's really a huge return on investment win. We'll see what that study says. But our recent history is it's a very expensive program if you're trying to secure long-term jobs. Now, short-term, you get a cool project, you get an infusion of jobs and all that stuff. That's cool. But if you're looking for long-term systemic growth, you'd probably rather spend your money more on workforce development than these types of, come see us for a 6 months program.